What's going on, guys? It's Suk and I am back with a brand new video on Super Duper Tech. And in today's video I'll be showing you guys some still images and video footage that was taken directly off the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Now if you guys do want to see a video comparison between the Samsung Note 8 along with the iPhone 8 Plus, then of course hit that subscribe button and the bell icon next to it to be notified when I upload that video. But without any further ado, let's hit the titles. So first up, I do want to get talking about the specification of the dual lens camera on the back of the Note 8. The main wide angle camera has a focal length of 26mm and an aperture of 1.7, whereas the secondary camera on the rear of the Note 8 has a focal length of 52mm with an aperture of 2.4. This will of course mean that the Note 8 is capable of 2x optical zoom. Also, both of the cameras on the rear of the Note 8 feature optical image stabilization, which will allow for your video footage shot when zooming in or using the wider angle lens to still remain fairly smooth. So first up, we can have a closer look at the panoramic images that I had taken with the Note 8. For the most part, taking panoramic images with the Note 8 was a breeze and the images did turn out as you would expect. The only issue that I did have, which I've had with the majority of smartphones this year, is that whenever I was taking these panoramic images, it would slightly overexpose the image wherever the sun was in the sky. Now, as the primary camera has a focal length of 26mm and the secondary has double that at 52mm, you do of course get 2x optical zoom along with up to 10x digital, and this really is the bread and butter of the Note 8's camera. Now here is a comparison between maximum zoom on the Note 8, the OnePlus 5, the iPhone 7 Plus, the Samsung Galaxy S8 along with the HTC U11. You can see that as soon as we get to those smartphones with a single rear camera, how the amount of zoom decreases along with the image quality. So if you are ever in a situation where you do need that extra zoom, then the Note 8 has got your back. As you guys would be able to see from this image, if there was someone stood on the end of that crane, you would easily be able to pick them out. Now this is something that you'd barely be able to see even with your own eye, so it's a very good plus point that the Note 8 has got this dual lens camera. If you're still unsure about how incredible the zoom is on the Note 8, well, take a look at this. At maximum zoom, you can actually see the dog standing by the person. So let's take a closer look at images that were taken both with the primary and the secondary zoom camera. Images taken with either of these cameras, the wide angle or the telephoto camera, do still hold their detail very well. I have also found that even in dimly lit environments that both of these cameras do perform pretty well, though with the secondary telephoto camera there is slightly a bit more noise. Now one thing which has pretty much been hit or miss with Samsung smartphones is the colours when taking images do tend to be slightly more oversaturated. But of course, depending on the person, you may actually like your images to look slightly more oversaturated and more appealing to the eye than it would in real life. But surprisingly enough, images that were taken with the wider angle camera didn't really tend to be as overly saturated as I would expect. But when taking images with the secondary, they were slightly more saturated. Also, with the dual lens camera system comes Samsung's implementation of the portrait mode feature, which we've seen in the likes of the OnePlus 5 and the iPhone 7 Plus. With the major difference being that with the way that Samsung have implemented it with the Note 8, that you can actually change the amount of background blur live before you've even hit the shutter button. But a feature which I like about the live focus on the Note 8, unlike what we've seen with the likes of the iPhone 7 Plus and even the OnePlus 5, is that after you've taken the image, if you want to adjust the amount of background blur, you can actually do so, which adds a new layer of functionality which we've not seen from the likes of other smartphone manufacturers. If you do enjoy taking selfies on your smartphone, then you'll be pleased to find out that the Note 8 has an 8 megapixel front selfie camera with an aperture of 1.7 and is also capable of capturing video footage up to a resolution of 1440 at 30 frames per second. So now I'm going to let you guys take a closer look at some video footage that was taken using the front selfie camera and both of the rear cameras.
That's him, isn't it?
Can you see all of them coming out the back of the plane?
Okay, I recorded it and stopped and recorded it again then.
Thank you, Samsung.
Wow, it's
This is a front-facing video camera test on the Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Now you guys should get a good feel for the audio quality being reproduced, along with of course the background audio being the motorway behind me. Once again, you guys should get a good feel as to what the video quality is also like being reproduced. So apart from colours turning out slightly more saturated than they actually look in real life, I do think that the camera, or should I say camera system, on the Note 8 is the best that I've seen in any smartphone thus far. Now of course we will have the new iPhones coming out very soon, which will of course be able to shoot video footage at 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. So the iPhones might be a tad better at shooting video footage. But I do believe that in terms of taking still images and low light photography, I do believe that the Note 8 has the superior camera system. But either way, if you are taking still images or video footage on the Note 8, I can assure you that you will not be disappointed. So then guys, that has been it for today's video. I do hope you did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, then be sure to hit that like button, and if you are new around here, then be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon to be notified when I upload my next video. If you you've got any questions or queries, then you can go ahead and leave them down below in the comment section, or alternatively you can hit me up on my social media. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.